39, you're in your 20s, you're going to want to make sure to listen up. The no gatekeeping I'm about to drop on you right now, the gems that I'm about to drop on you right now, it's almost not fair. It's not fair. I'm like, maybe I should just keep this reserved for just the women in my immediate family. But I'm like, no. Let me just go ahead and help out my internet brothers and sisters out there, mainly for my women, but definitely my young brothers can benefit from this as well. So you're going to want to listen up. So we're going to start from the moderately important all the way to the your life depends on it. Super important, right? So you're going to want to make sure to listen up. All right. Number one, okay? Number one, you haven't really heard this before, and not in the way that I'm going to explain it. You are allowed to say that you're lost, confused, feeling helpless. You are allowed to voice if you are feeling lost, helpless, and confused. For some reason, I'm not really sure where this comes from, but for some reason, when you're in your 20s, you feel like, okay, well, now I'm in college, or now I just graduated college. I'm supposed to have it all the way together. I'm supposed to have it figured out. I'm supposed to have all these boxes checked off. Trust me, you do not have to have all those boxes checked off. There is people in their 50s that don't have half of the boxes checked off, okay? So I want you to look at your life right now, and the person that you feel like you can trust the most, it's not always a parent either, which we'll talk about later, but either a mentor, it could be a parent, it could be an aunt, someone that you can lean on, that you can trust, okay? And just be able to voice what you're going through. Do not feel like you have to keep trauma, dark thoughts, feeling lost, feeling confused, feeling sad, feeling depressed. Don't feel like you have to bottle it up. Everyone is going through it. That's the secret. Everybody's going through it. Some people have a better way of knowing how to hide that they're going through it. Every single person is going through either a level of stress, depression, anxiety, being overwhelmed. Every single one. Okay, so most people aren't walking around in their 20s admitting that, but I'm telling you right now, you are allowed to feel lost and confused. And I want to encourage you right now to be able to talk to somebody about it. And or if you feel like you have nobody to talk to about, make sure to get with a professional. It's not weird. It's not awkward. I'm telling you, you are going to benefit so much for the rest of your life if you just open up about what you're going through. I come from a time period where we weren't really encouraged to talk a lot about our feelings and what we were going through. And then because nobody was really talking about it, nobody knew that everybody was going through the same thing. So that's number one. Number two, okay, you're going to want to make sure to get your budget in order, okay? Do not blow your money in your 20s. I repeat, do not blow your monies in your 20s. Now, I'm not saying you can't spend money here and there. I'm not saying you can't go on vacation. I'm not saying that you can't figure it out to where you're having a really good balanced life. But I'm telling you right now, all those outfits, all those little cheap clothes that you're buying, all the cheap makeup that you're buying, all the expensive makeup that you're buying, all the heels, all the random cheap jewelry, all that stuff is a waste of your money, okay? Now, if you are, depending on your financial situation, if you are able to invest in some high quality pieces, so for example, a really, really nice bag, right? Real leather, right? It could be designer if you have the money for that, but if you don't worry about it. But invest in timeless pieces that way you have it forever, right? So ideally, that's why some people do encourage getting designer, because you can actually take it to the designer and get it refurbished. So if you are buying $20 here, $50 here, $45 here, every single week, every single month on just a bunch of cheap crap, it's all going to be gone by the time you're in your late 20s or 30s. It's all going to be done. So I really want to encourage you to don't feel like you have to keep up with everybody on the newest outfits, the newest trends, the newest bags. But if you do, invest in your wardrobe, make sure it's timeless pieces that you can have for many, many, many years, okay? All the little cheap outfits, cheap tank tops, all that stuff is a waste of your money, all right? Also, going out to eat, spending tons of money on going out to the club, going to random, I don't know, dinners, spending a ton of money on alcohol when you hit 21. It's a waste of your money, it's a waste of your time, and it's a waste of your health. Okay. So, yes, can you do those things in a safe way? Moderation, make sure you get the right information before you just start deep diving into some of those things. Sure, I don't encourage it, but sure, right? There has been studies that have come out now that even a glass of alcohol, any kind of alcohol, even wine, is not good for you. So again, especially if you're in America, people are still going to drink. I'm not here to tell you to do that or not to do that. But if you can severely cut down, severely cut back, it will be to your favor when you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, okay? You want to preserve this time that you have. There's things that start to happen and shift in your body as you head into your 30s that you don't realize right now, because it has to do with your hormones. So that's number 3. If you can get educated on your hormones, right? Go get, either start watching podcasts, get with a nutritionist, get with a hormone specialist, look at your insurance, say, hey mom, hey dad, what's my insurance? Call the insurance company and say, okay, I want to just talk to a specialist about my hormones and just make sure I'm balanced and on track. Who can I talk to, right? Maybe some things can be covered by insurance, maybe not, but you still want to be headed into the... I hope you're hearing me when it comes to this hormone knowledge, because here's the thing, you are going to be 10 steps ahead of everybody around you, because what happens is a lot of times when women are really stressed, or women are seeing a lot of changes and fluctuations in their body, in potential adult acne, it has to do with the hormones. And so what happens is a lot of people will just get on either like a birth control, or they'll get, they'll go to a doctor and they'll just kind of give you some kind of magic pill that seems like it's fixing you, fixing your situation with your depression or your stress or whatever. But it's really putting a band-aid on the underlying issue, which is getting your hormones all the way together. So things like your cortisol levels, your and even just like your thyroid, things like that. And I know all those terms are like, what is cortisol? What is a thyroid? All of that. But I'm telling you, just Google, go to YouTube right now and type in best information about hormones in your 30s. Okay, so you want to start thinking about it now. Start thinking about the hormones in the 30s now, so that way you're super prepared and already doing some of the things that you need to do. So one example is making sure that you are getting in enough sleep. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but starting to make sleep a very, very, like, centering your life around being able to get enough sleep is crucial. Okay. Making sure to cut back on sugar, right? Learning about the impact. Now, you're not going to, unless you learn about these things, with me just kind of casually telling you about these things, it's not going to hit you. Okay. So you got to actually learn about it. You got to actually like look at some of the studies and information out there. And then once you see what women are going through, and you see, women aging quicker, getting sicker, getting different conditions that arise because their hormones aren't balanced, and they're not sleeping, and they're not, and their diet is a mess. Because really a lot of our hormone issue is surrounded around food. It's surrounded around diet. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure to get educated on why hormones are important, how they impact your body, how we are able to manage them, what's the best way to get them back in balance, right? So there's a lot of teas, herbs, spices, juicing, eating real fruit, right? Eating dark leafy greens, dark fruits like blueberries, blackberries, right? But again, I really want you to take the time to at least follow one podcast or download one audiobook about hormones, and it will save you. You'll be ahead of the game, while everybody else around you is feeling fatigued, feeling lethargic, having brain fog. You're going to be like, you know what? My hormones are imbalanced, so I don't really have to deal with those things. I'm telling you. Even there's a ton of women that deal with a lot of adult acne, and it really messes with you. Type in adult acne 30 and up. I'm telling you, it's like there's people that have never had one acne breakout their entire life. And then once the hormones start to change and shift in the 30s, all of a sudden they're reacting to the hormonal change with skin breakouts. I don't know why that is, To be honest with you, I think it's just the body's way of trying to find its equilibrium again. But again, I'm not a medical professional. I am not a, medical doctor. That's why you want to get with the right information. But I'm telling, this is your encouragement to go seek out that information. It would have saved me a lot of blood, sweat, and tears when I went through that as someone in my early 30s. So now heading into my 40s, my skin is way better, right? And you would think that you wouldn't have to deal with that. You're thinking, okay, well, I already went through that phase when I was a teenager, when I was in junior high. Trust me, it's a whole nother level, especially when you are in the baby bearing years. There's just something that goes on in the woman's body, and for some women, it does have a lot to do with their hormones, and the hormones can have a reaction of breaking your skin out. Okay. So I'm telling you, get in front of your hormones. Speaking of hormones, again, number 4, I believe number 4 or number 5. I'm speaking from the heart here. This is a very passionate topic of mine, so I don't really care what number we're on, but we're going to keep it moving. So you're going to want to make sure, okay, your food, your food, your food, your food. All right. You are what you eat. So let's just start there. You are what you eat. So if you eat Taco Bell every night, if you go to the pizza parlor every night and order, if you go to Uber Eats, you go to DoorDash and you're ordering up pizzas every night, you are what you eat. Okay. If you're going to Wild Wing Wednesday at whatever your favorite wing place is, you are what you eat. So if you want to look vibrant, radiant, refreshed, youthful, you're going to want to make sure to eat food that is vibrant, radiant, and alive. Okay? So that comes down to fruits, vegetables, legumes, which is beans, right? So your chickpeas, your, or people call it, the people also know the beans as garbanzo beans, right? Your black beans, your whatever bean is your favorite bean, okay? Nuts, fruits, right? The seeds, different kind of nuts. Now, any one of them are pretty good, but what really helps balance out a woman's hormones, for some reason, based on my research and my experience, is pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, okay? Make sure to write those down. Make sure to start incorporating them into your diet. So just look up seeds and how they impact women's hormones, and tons of studies will come up. And it's something actually that women used to be aware of in ancient times, where they would cycle certain seeds during their cycle time period, and it would help aid in certain just during different stages of a woman's cycle. Okay, so just look that up. All right, so seed cycling, I believe it's called, or just type in seeds and hormonal changes or seeds and fertility, and it'll just come right up. So you're going to want to make sure to incorporate that. Now, I don't personally eat meat. So now if you do eat meat, then please make sure that you are upping the level of your meat. All right. So that might mean cutting back on your caramel macchiatos, cutting back on your Starbucks, and spending more money on getting healthier, fish, healthier meats like lean chicken, turkey, and just really paying attention to the brand and doing like a little bit of extra research with ChatGPT now. I mean, I wish we had access to this kind of information, but anything that you want to know is literally on the internet. So if you want to just type in healthiest meat options near me, just see what comes up and then just start doing your own research. But I'm telling you, the better you eat in your 20s, the more preserved you will look in your 30s. Okay, I'm telling you, people always, depending on how I look for that day, people oftentimes think I am younger than I am. So I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I mainly am plant-based, okay? I don't know, but I might be cutting out dairy altogether at some point in my life. Right now, I do still have plain Greek yogurt, so I'm not committing to that yet. But I'm really cut back on the dairy. I don't eat a ton of bread. I do love bagels, but I don't eat them every day, right? So a lot of these foods like starches and things like that, they're just for pleasure. And I love a good pasta. I love a good, garlic bread, bagels, croissants. I mean, they're just divine. But if you want to preserve the way that you look and you want to preserve your health, you're going to want to make sure to get in some kind of habit where you are cutting back and having those things in moderation. I'm telling, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. And speaking of number 5 or number 6, fitness, 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 fitness. You do not want to get in a habit of being sedentary. If you just graduated college and you have a desk job, I love that for you that you found a job. It's hard to find a job these days. So if you are working, I love that for you, but you have to not let working be an excuse on why you're not going to practice moving your body. So me heading into 40, right? So I have a year left until I'm in the next decade. And I'm super excited about the 40s, okay? And I think the reason why I'm excited about the 40s is because I'm really proud of myself. I have a lot of energy. I feel healthier than ever. I feel strong, right? I don't feel fatigued and lethargic and brain fogged, okay? And that has a lot to do with a lot of the habits that I'm talking about right now. So it's important to get some kind of routine, even if you don't have the funds for a gym membership at this moment. Even if you don't have the funds for a gym membership at this moment, right? There are a ton of options that you can take advantage of, whether it's you literally Googling, which I wish we could do that. I wish when I was in my 20s, I could just Google cheapest gym near me, right? Best diet plan that I can get, best, vegan recipes. Like, I just wish I could do that. But take advantage of Google. Take advantage of these smartphones by being smart with your phone, with the information that you're looking up, okay? So use the smartphone. Let me repeat, use the smartphone to make smart choices, all right? So a gym membership that's really cheap, or investing in your own set of dumbbells. You can get the dumbbells that are just like the adjustable dumbbells where you can go from 50, 40, 30, and so on. And that way, no matter what, you'll never have an excuse. I'm telling you right now, if you implement these secrets, ooh, you are literally going to look like preserved. Like, you're going to look like you're in your 20s still when you're in your 30s, your 40s, arguably even your 50s, if you really go hard, hard, hard with this. If that's something that you even care to do. And when I say look like you're in your 20s, I don't mean trying to stay young. The indicators of looking youthful are energy, it's having healthy, clean, glowing skin, it's having muscle on your body, right? It's lowering your body fat percentage and having your muscle be able to pop through. It's having clear eyes because you have a clear gut, right? Making sure that you're detoxing, making sure that you're staying up with your oral health, right? That those are indicators of looking youthful. A lot of times when people don't take care of themselves, it starts to add up and build up in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s. So that's when you start seeing skin looking really dull, skin really sagging, you know, excess, fat, excess, and I'm not demonizing any of those things, but we can scale those things back for the sake of living a longer, healthier, active life. Okay. So it's just a fact. The more muscle you have on your body, the more you'll be able to do active things like swimming, dancing, hiking, traveling, right? Like, you don't want to get to your late 40, your late 30s, your 40s, and you're like, just feeling lethargic, you're feeling heavy, you just don't want to be active, right? So turn any kind of excess fat that you're starting to build to get, and you're like, you know what? I'm still confident. I still love myself, but I would like to be a little leaner. I would like to be a little healthier. I would like to turn this fat into muscle. I'm telling you, you're going to want to tap into that level of energy right now. You are going to benefit. I wish someone was telling me this, because it's the energy that you get. It's the energy for me. There's so many times where I have energy to do things, and people that are older than me that are around me are like, I'll have to meet up with you later, or I'm not going to be able to stay out that long, and go hiking. I'm going to have to turn around back down the hill. Or no, I'm just going to sit and watch. You swim with the kids. I'm going to have to sit and watch. There's so many times that I'm in that position. It's because I think what saved me was that I was a professional dancer in my 20s. And then I had jobs where I wasn't sedentary. I was walking for 8 hours a day, working retail jobs and different waitressing jobs. So I didn't do that on purpose. I just think by the grace of God, I just ironically picked those kind of jobs where I was really active. But I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God I did that, because I'm now seeing the benefits. I don't have that like really lethargic, lazy, like I just want to sit and lounge all the time. I did kind of start to develop a bad habit during the shutdown, the 2020 shutdown. Of course, because we were all, on lockdown, but that's a whole nother video. And I wiggled myself out of it. So again, I'm telling you, if you do these potent things, you are going to have the secret to success. Because let me just tell you the truth. When you go out into the real world and you're looking vibrant, radiant, confident, you have this really fit, and I'm not talking about fitting a beauty standard. That is not, I'm not even going anywhere near that, because that's literally not what I'm talking about. You can have any body shape, but it can be considered fit. Okay. So all the curves, all of that, perfectly fine. But feeling fit, okay, just look up benefits, underrated benefits of having muscle mass. All right. It literally, because when your muscle breaks down, the hormones that get kicked in to heal your muscles, to break them, to heal them, because when you work out and you get sore, what happens is, of course, your body is like trying to heal your muscles from, breaking them down. And then they grow back stronger and bigger, right? So not only does it help your muscles, but it also helps with your skin. It also releases other hormones that are not only just helping your muscles, but your whole body. So there's so many underrated benefits. So again, because you're going to look radiant, you're going to look strong, you're going to look like you have great posture, you're going to look like you stand upright, right? You're going to want to, you're going to look like, just all these like amazing benefits to having muscle. You may get more opportunities, right? You may, because you feel more confident than most, because you are fit, because you're active, right? Because you eat healthy food, you may be, how cute. So there's some cute cheerleaders that are on the side of the road, promoting something. It's really, really cute. So because you're going to be radiating, people are attracted to that. People want to hire that. People want to promote people in careers that have that energy. So that's just the reality. I'm telling you, and I know it's not easy to hear, but at the end of the day, if you want to be a leader, if you want to end up, getting promoted to a boss position, a leadership position, when you have that kind of aura around you, it's just what comes with the territory. Okay. Not all the time, not for everybody, but I'm telling you, like, we can do the textbook answer, or I can give you the real deal, real world, out here, life experience answer. And that's just the truth. So, and two, again, like I was alluding to before, when I saw the cheerleaders, it's because if you are eating healthy and working out, you become more confident, and then you literally by default like exude these amazing leadership qualities. You want to, you're somebody that wants to speak up in meetings. You're starting to hold your head up high. You have better eye contact, right? So again, health and fitness is literally what sets the elites from the average. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. But I'm telling you, that's been my experience. I've seen it with myself. I've seen it with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women and men around me in my life, because of what comes with being healthy. Okay. So, I might do a part 2 to this, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. And ask me real and raw questions. Okay. So ask me real and raw questions, and I would be more than happy to answer them for you, because I really want you to be ahead of the game. I want you to be in first place. I want you to win. You deserve it. You may feel like you're lost, you're confused, and you have always been down bad. You've always been in last place. You've always been overlooked, overshadowed. But I'm telling you, heading into your 30s, and being in your 30s and heading into your 40s, you're going to be the winner. You're going to be the one that everyone's going to be going to. You're going to be the one that everyone's going to say, how did you do it? Please teach me. I want to pay you to teach me how you did it, right? So I'm giving you the secret sauce. Get in my comments. Let me know what you guys have confusion about. Let me know what you guys want to know. Ask me questions that you feel like you can't ask your mom or your auntie, because maybe there might be too big of a generational gap there. I'm still pretty in tune, right? I'm 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 well seasoned, but I'm still pretty in tune. So take advantage of it. Also, if you want to know how I lost 30 pounds and never gained it back, get with the link down in the description. I give away all my secrets on how I lost 30 pounds and never gained it back. All right. So make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and catch you on the next one.